Welcome to the Icon Loft channel. Today I'll answer a question that confuses everyone. Are steel doors fire rated? Here's the catch. You can have two doors made of the exact same system. One door tested by the ATD and the other tested by BRE. And that can result in two totally different outcomes. One of them might be signed by the building control, while the other one might be rejected. This is why it's critical to understand who tested what, who fabricated it, and whose responsibility is it in overall. Stay with me because the difference can make or break a project. At Icon Loft, we fabricate steel doors, also fire-rated ones. We use Jansen and Ottostumm profiles, which were both tested at BRE, which is a gold standard for the UK-based projects. If you need a certified fire-rated steel doors, you can price them instantly on our website using one of our calculators. And you can also download some useful stuff, such as assessment reports. The link to our calculator is in the description of this video. Now back to the main topic. Let's start with companies like Jansen or Ottostumm. They design the steel profile system, the frames, the seals, the accessories. They pay for the fire test, often not at the UK-based labs such as Warrington Fire. The result of the test is a certificate that says that this system, built in that way, with these accessories and these profiles, is fire rated up to 30 or 60 minutes. But remember, they don't make the doors themselves. They only provide the system. They only create the rules of the game. Next comes the fabricator. Companies like mine based in Poland. We buy those certified profiles and the whole set of accessories and systems and use them to manufacture the actual doors. Our job is to stay inside the limits of the certificate. We use the approved profiles, we use the approved glass, we follow the exact gasket types and all the accessories such as handles, door closers, drop-down seals and stuff. If we change anything, the fire rating is no longer valid. So the fabricator is responsible for fabricating the doors exactly following the rules set by the assessment report. Now imagine an UK-based reseller buying fire-rated steel doors from Poland and installing them all over the UK. In the legal terms, they're the one placing the product in the UK market. That makes them responsible for making sure the paperwork and the product itself is correct. They must hold the test reports, they must hold the classification documents, and ideally a third-party certification like certifier or Q-mark. If the building control asks, the reseller has to provide all this stuff for the sign-off. In the end comes the architect, the final client. They just want to know if the building control will sign off the project. They rely on the reseller's promise and the fabricator's work. But in the end, the local building control officers decide. In the UK, building control checks the evidence. They don't care if the doors are made of steel. They don't care if the doors are glazed with the fire-rated glass. The only question they care about is, are these doors made in a way that matches a valid certificate, such as one from the Warrington Fire, and if they are installed correctly. Some fabricators offer doors certified by the ATD, which is a totally different thing than BRE. ATD certificates often give a broader scope and broader field of application. One test covers more variety of doors and variants. For example, with Jansen you can use different dimensions of profiles to fabricate a door and both will be fire rated. That's not the thing with the BRE. UK-based building control often prefers BRE tests and the BRE evidence. That means that your ATD certified fire-rated doors still can be formally rejected. This is the difference between a smooth handover and an expensive delay. So if you're working in the UK, the safe route will always be to choose Warrington BRE fire-rated doors rather than ATD. So who's responsible for what? System producer proves that this concept or this profile system is tested and it can be used to manufacturing steel doors. The fabricator is responsible for making sure that he uses everything just as the certification, as the assessment says. Reseller in the UK carries a great legal responsibility when placing the door on the market. And the final client must present the evidence to the building control that the doors are actually fire rated so that they can get signed off. In the end, building control has the final say. So wrapping up this episode, yes, steel doors can be fire rated, but only if every player in the whole chain plays according to the rules. And if you want to avoid the risks of rejection, we've made it simple. At Icon Loft, you can price fire rated Jansen and Ottostumm W40 Fire steel doors, fully tested at Warrington Fire, BRE. You can also download the assessment reports and more interesting stuff from our website. You should check out the links in the description of this video and get your projects moving just like that. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. I hope this stuff was interesting. If you like, leave a comment and a like. That will help us a lot to reach a broader audience. See you next time.